EMDR is done by a lot of different therapists, but I'm going to have a little caveat here. I took my EMDR training, let me see, it was around 2004 or 2005, I think. And I did a course that was offered by the EMDR Institute. And that's kind of the gold standard. This was the institute that developed, from Francine Shapiro's work directly. So there's a fairly high standard of learning. And so I think it's really important that the person that you have, the therapist that you have do EMDR is a qualified EMDR therapist. Now, one of the ways that the EMDR community tries to police is a little bit of a strong word, but police that is an organization called EMDRIA, EMDRIA, the EMDR International Association, I think it stands for. And so people can be EMDRIA certified. Personally, I am not. I'm not EMDRIA certified, and there's a number of reasons for that. I always tell people about the training that I've taken, though, that it was through the EMDR Institute. I took both levels of training, level 1 and 2, although I think they call it something different now. There is a certification that you can get. I've chosen to not do that, even though I have continued to take EMDR training. It's kind of postgraduate trainings on specific topics like working with dissociation or some other things. So just, do some due diligence in terms of your EMDR therapist, choosing your therapist. The other thing that I would say is I think EMDR has come a long way. When I took the training, there were guidelines about being really careful in terms of working with dissociation, etc. There's certain clients that were not suitable, for this treatment. I think they've done a lot more training and how to work with certain types of nervous systems that can be a little challenging. So I think that's wonderful. So if somebody has more recent training, I think that's great. And having said that, I think it is important to know that if your nervous system is such that you're highly activated, and that you don't have a very big window of tolerance in terms of kind of dealing with activation in your system, you should probably proceed with caution with EMDR, because it does tend to kick up a lot of the activation associated with a memory. So you do need a certain bandwidth in order to do this EMDR processing. There have been clients that I've done other methods with first to get them ready to the point where they are able to do EMDR. So just, word to the wise, be careful in terms of choosing an EMDR therapist, one that's qualified, and doing your own assessment. Do you feel like you have enough bandwidth to do it? If not, maybe doing some additional resourcing to get you to that point.